Hi, I'm Tori, and you're watching Toribanashi, Episode 2, Haikyuu Pilgrimage and Tohoku. I don't know if you noticed, but I love anime, and I have a special place in my heart for sports anime, though I'm not following any real sports. And I'm a huge fan of a volleyball anime. No, not that one, and not that one. Of course, I'm a fan of that one. Haikyuu! Tobi fly high! With a new movie release in 2024 called The Dumpster Battle, Haikyuu fever was on the rise for everyone, and one of my friends decided to do a Haikyuu Pilgrimage road trip. Of course, I had to ask, can I join you? We can split the costs for renting a car and gas expenses. And luckily, she said yes. Prior to this trip, I knew literally nothing about any of the location we planned to visit. Apparently, Haikyuu's main team, Karasuno, was based in the IWATE Prefecture. It's one of the least popular prefectures in Japan for tourism. Iwate is a part of Tohoku, 6 prefectures of northeast Japan. Karasuno is based on a real-life town called Karumai. It's the hometown of Haikyuu's mangaka, Furudate Haruichi. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Before getting to the Haikyuu city, Karumai, we still have a lot of places to visit first. Let me show you our route. For Haikyuu Pilgrimage, we visited Sendai, Kindaichi, Karumai, and on the way we went to other Tohoku locations: Geibikei, Miyako, Kamaishi, Tono. We started at Sendai, a city in Japan's Tohoku region, northeast of Tokyo, on Honshu Island. Of course, I heard about Sendai because of anime boys. One of my husbandos, Lord Date Masamune from Sengoku Basara, was born there. Well, Date Masamune is not just any anime boy. He was a real person. He's famous for his remarkable political and military achievements. Though his anime version is ridiculous. He speaks half Japanese and half English and screams phrases like "Let's party!" Both his anime and real versions are known as One-Eyed Dragon, and everything in Sendai is designed after his legendary looks. Another popular anime boy from Sendai is Itadori Yuuji from Jujutsu Kaisen. But we are here for Haikyuu. Let me grab my Haikyuu art book to explain. For volleyball anime fans, Sendai is significant because of Aoba Josai team. Aoba Josai literally means west of Aoba Castle, which is historically known as Sendai Castle. We visited it as a part of our trip. You can see Oikawa Toru is dressed as my other husband here, Lord Date Masamune. My friend has this dumb cute plushie of Oikawa Toru as a tree, and we didn't know why he was a tree. But apparently, Sendai is called a city of trees, so it all makes sense somehow. Haikyuu fans recommended to visit Sendai City Gymnasium. In 2023, Hinata Shoyo and Kageyama Tobio have been appointed as the first special tourism ambassadors of Sendai City, the setting of Haikyuu. Visitors are encouraged to go there and take photos with Hinata and Kageyama illustration. So I did that! Inside, you can find an exhibition of Haikyuu goods, and you can buy an exclusive towel as a souvenir. It's only available in that gym. They also have tourists to visit volleyball hall inside, but we didn't book it. While I was working on this video, Sendai dropped a new location for Haikyuu fans. Everyone's favorite tsundere Tsukishima Kei and pinch server Yamaguchi Tadashi have also been appointed as a special tourism ambassadors of Sendai City. And since the adult Tsuki, spoilers, works at the Sendai City Museum, this location will now serve as another pilgrimage site for the Karasuno fans. Just take a look at our precious Tsuki acting as the face of Sendai's most popular confectionery, Hagi no Tsuki, a yellow sponge cake stuffed with sweet custard cream. I mean, show me Tsuki in a yukata and I will buy whatever you want, let alone sweets. After visiting Sendai, we got into our rented car and went to a small town Ninohe, where the Ryokan Obanai, also known as Kindaichi onsen, is located, the place whose owners are Haikyuu fans. To make a booking, you better know Japanese. As you make a reservation, you can mention that you are a Haikyuu fan. Kindaichi is also a name of a Haikyuu character, so you'll see his face a lot inside of the place. I've never been to a small Japanese town so far away from popular areas. It was so unusual feel to be surrounded just by rice fields, and knowing that there will be no convenience stores nearby was also surprising. Kindaichi Onsen is not an official Haikyuu partner like Sendai City Gymnasium. Its owners are simply Haikyuu fans like us, or maybe much more dedicated fans, because they have a separate room just with Haikyuu goods. We felt like normies in there, and we acted absolutely normal, not like weirdos sniffing all those towels, taking silly pictures. It was so much fun. The owner served us an amazing dinner with local and unique dishes. She was talking to us the whole time. At the same time, local farmers were celebrating an anniversary there. Onsen owner told the guests that we speak Japanese, and drunk Ojisans started to treat us to sake. They were like, "Oh no, drink my sake is the best, and no, try my senpai's sake, my senpai's sake is the best." It was so much fun. Breakfast was also Haikyuu related. They play us Haikyuu songs and we ate with Haikyuu chopsticks. At the end of the stay, they gave us a receipt with the name of our favorite character. Like, instead of us, it was them who was staying there. Mine was with Hinata Shoyo. We had a blast at Kindaichi Onsen, and I highly recommend going there if you have a chance. After soaking in the hot springs, drinking local sake, eating local dishes, and sniffing Haikyuu merch, we got back in our car and went to a place where it all began. Karumai is a small city in Iwate Prefecture with a population about 8,895 people. Furudate Haruichi was born here in 1983. His family still owns a noodle shop in there. Our journey started from the Haikyuu Pilgrimage Center. You can get a map of all anime locations in there. Be aware that every location has its own rules of what you can and cannot do there. For example, at some places you can take pictures and do whatever you want with them. In other, you can take pictures, but you are not allowed to post them online. Some locations don't allow taking pictures at all, especially at school on which Karasuno was based, which is understandable. Real kids are studying there. Some locations also ban cosplay. After we learned the rules, it was time to explore. It's hard to explain the feeling of joy and pure happiness when you go to a place you used to see in anime. Also, it gives you an absolutely different perspective of how the characters act. There's a joke in Haikyuu that the boys from Karasuno thinks every television tower is Tokyo Tower, and it's funny as is. But when you travel hundreds of kilometers into the middle of nowhere, surrounded by mountains, you understand why the boys acted like that. The people of Karumai are very nice and kind. When they saw us walking around, they were saying hi, konnichiwa, and asking if we need a map of Haikyuu locations. This town is so small and peaceful that a couple of foreigners visiting it was a big enough event to be featured in the local television news. That's right, we were interviewed by a local program, Wagamachi banzai. They gave us handkerchiefs as souvenirs for the interview. They were making an episode about tourism in Iwate Prefecture. Journalists were very happy that we spoke Japanese. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get the recording of the program, but I read nice tweets from locals about it by following TV program's hashtag. If you're a Haikyuu fan and want a deep dive into the story, I definitely recommend coming to Karumai. Here are my favorite locations that you're allowed to film and share. A store where Hinata saw the little giant for the first time. It was in episode 1. A riverbank where Kuro and Kenma were training as kids. It's also a cover of 47th volume of manga. A supermarket where Yamaguchi was training to become a pinch server. Haikyuu ramen place. It was very good and delicious. If you made it here, you must also be a volleyball anime whip. But even if you are not, here are even more locations around Iwate Prefecture that you should visit. Geibikei, Miyako, Kamaishi, Tono. Geibikei Goge was on our way to Kindaichi Onsen, a place hidden in the mountains where you can get a peaceful ride on a flat-bottomed boat. Every boat is handmade by locals. Regular ride takes 90 minutes. Unfortunately, ours was only 30 minutes due to weather conditions, but it was very enjoyable. Views are beautiful. The boatman tells you stories about every location and in the end sings a traditional song. Just listen how beautiful it is. Not gonna lie, I don't have much to say about Kamaishi. A couple of reasons to that. I had a cold when we visited the city, and also there wasn't much to do there. It's definitely not a tourist location in general, and people in convenience store were shocked to meet foreigners there. Though the food in our hotel was amazing and unique. I also really enjoyed the Kamaishi Dai-kannon temple, a place with 48.5-meter tall white statue depicting Kannon, the Buddhist goddess of mercy. A very beautiful and peaceful location with a nice view. One of our stops was near the city Miyako, at the Jodogahama beach. They have short boat tours where you can pick at different sea creatures at their natural habitat. Our last stop, before getting back to Sendai and finishing our trip, was a small town called Tono. My friend put this location on our trip because she followed a craft beer place from Tono, and she's a huge beer lover. And you know what? The beer was amazing. And I'm gonna say, this town is my favorite after all Haikyuu locations. Tono is called the home of folk tales. Whenever you go, you'll see images or statues of creatures from Japanese legends and myths, especially kappas, frog turtle humanoids that love eating souls from people's cucumbers. They like eating cucumbers. We visited an old village museum and a fairy tale museum. I'd really like to come here again someday. And that's it. The trip to the northeast of Japan that I will never forget. Not only because of all the photos and videos I made there, or because I made this video with my drawings, but because from now, every time I rewatch Haikyuu, I will think of all the places this story brought me to. Thank you for watching this video. I hope this was helpful and enjoyable ride. And it take me so much time to do it, so please subscribe. I have so much to tell you, so leave me a comment and I'll answer them. And if you want to support the channel, you can consider to become our patron. Yay! With bonus prizes. So yeah, I'm already working on the next one, so see you on the next one!